Hello and welcome to Rage Quit. My name is Jay, and today we're going to be talking about the Games Workshop announcements that have been made at Spiel so far. So today is Thursday, and I would have preferred to have waited until we've seen a bit more, but I'm actually going away with Katie as a sort of like honeymoon weekend. It's not a big proper honeymoon or anything like that. We're going up to Edinburgh this weekend, so I'm not really going to be able to make videos, so I just wanted to talk about this, and there's not that much in this so far. Basically, we'll talk about the Spire Tyrants and the new Necromunda box. That's probably about it that we're interested in today. But we'll just go through and have a quick chat, basically. So the community website, if you do want to keep up to date this weekend without me, which I can understand, but get on this website. Well, basically, they're doing a box set that seems to have two new Necromunda factions. I really like the look of them both. I think models wise, these are looking pretty sensational. You know what I mean? For sure. And essentially they're bringing back the Underhive, which I think is the Zone Mortalis. It looks like apparently Forge World are discontinuing their version, and this looks to be the plastic replacement of that. I don't necessarily think this is a new game because even I think it's going to come with the normal Necromunda rulebook, but it's hard to deny that box looks particularly nice. So if you are interested in Necromunda, and maybe even if I wasn't, maybe I am now, maybe it's getting there. Like some of the stuff in there is pretty nice. Then I think they say that's coming either, it might be pre-ordered next weekend. Then there's some Blood Bowl stuff if you are interested in Blood Bowl. It's Ogres and Grots are they called? And then we're on to the Warcry stuff. Now they do have the video, but we're going to just go straight in to look at the models. And it's literally just these two pictures. So we'd seen this guy before, and I was talking about, I really liked that guy, even though as I said in the other video, his armor makes literally no sense. You know, like when people take the mick out of like female superheroes and or characters in games where they literally have no armor, but they're like meant to be super tanky or what have you. This is essentially the male equivalent of this, and I like it's fine for this guy, and I have nothing. This is a beast, isn't it? It's got hooves, which is interesting. I have nothing like against them, if that makes sense. But I'm not necessarily. They literally have all different races. They've got the dwarf there, and the beast man on the other side, and obviously they've got women and stuff like that, which is nice to see as ever. But it really. I don't want to be rude, but it feels generic to me. The Spire Tyrants. Yeah. I'm not a massive fan. Basically, I just feel like they're a bit meh, perhaps, maybe. Which everything is nice. Like I really liked this guy when I saw him. And in isolation, every model is nice. But I just think that the aesthetic of them, he looks like he's carrying handcuffs, which is an interesting choice. I just think the aesthetic of them is a bit like maybe Conan the Barbarian-esque kind of thing. Hero Hammer, was that a thing? Like, it's just got that sort of standardy chaos human-esque vibe, even though they're not necessarily all humans, but you know what I mean? There's not much to them. Oh yeah, they've got horns for chaos and shields and stuff like that. I think these should have been one of the original 6 factions, and maybe go with a little bit more of an exotic one later on. At least that's my thoughts on the matter. Yeah, like I'm not saying I dislike it. Literally, you look at every single model and I think that's a nice model. I look at this model, I think that's a nice model, etc. Every single one of them is very nice, even though the amount of armor to body ratio seems very off. The actual models look very cool. I really wanted to see the front of that shield, but maybe it's in the video when I haven't seen. Quick look at the video. Yeah, like look at them. They look nice. Oh, you can see sort of the start of the shield, although I am pressing play like an idiot. No, you're not going to get to see it. Yeah, everything's pleasant, I guess. And I think that's what mood it gives me. It's not horrific. It's not like there's nothing like ooh. There's nothing of proper intrigue with them. They're just sort of decent chaos models. Whereas when I compare that to the new Necromunda stuff, especially like these guys, it's like ooh. They got a little something about them that's not quite your standard. They sort of feel a little bit fresh. And even though these guys are literally just army guys, for some reason, like, the actual model just comes together as a whole and makes me excited for that unit. whereas the Spire Tyrants really don't. Am I reading too much into that? Like, I wonder who's going to agree with me. Let me know in the comments below if you think what you think about these Spire Tyrants. Obviously, how they play and stuff like that's intriguing. This doing exactly this, releasing the Spire Tyrants, and essentially extra factions after the game came out, is how I would have preferred the sales model to go for Warcry. I just feel like it's a better sales model. You know, you have your original game, and then you just throw new factions into the mix. Would have been nice. Maybe you have a box of new Stormcast that you throw in just for Warcry, and that would have been cool. And for them, instead of having the Book of the Monsters and the Mercenaries, I would have maybe split it, have a Book of Monsters and the campaign. And for the Mercenaries, I would have loved to have seen like a box of maybe like 5 models that you could take in any faction, and it would come with the cards. I feel like you like keep the game manageable, whereas if you just have all of these so many mercenaries, it's like, well, we've got miniatures for them, we're gonna get rules for them in this book. It's just a bit like you're just making it very hard to think about logically and stuff like that. But you know, that's just my opinion. Anyway, short video. I'm sure there will be more stuff at Spiel. I don't know how you pronounce that. I'm just going to say Spiel because it sounds nice to say Spiel, and I can't roll my R's, so but I can say Spiel. So that's what I'm doing. As I said, I'm away this weekend. I'm up in Edinburgh. I say up, is north up? Not really sure that makes any sense. But I'm in Edinburgh and looking forward to it. Just, you know, popping up to the castle and stuff like that. I'm sure there'll be more. So what will probably happen on Sunday night, I'll probably come back on because I think we'll be on by then maybe, and maybe just run through what's happened in the weekend. For now though, I'm going to bid you adieu. Have a beautiful day. Goodbye.